Did you guys know that Halsin called us all thirsty?
Thirsty.
I think he's probably right. Okay, so if you saw my Astarion video, you know I finally got to the camp celebration, and I finally got to see what you can do with Halsin. I am playing a Halsin-focused stream on the side, too, where I play as a druid and my sole focus is romancing Halsin. So this was research. Yes, that's right, research. Let me warn you all that this isn't a huge spoiler, but it is still a spoiler nonetheless. And I'll also add that I did not watch the most recent panel from Hell, where I'm well aware there were some bare romance hijinks with Halsin. That's about all I know of it, though. I never watched any of it for myself because, like I said, I was trying not to ruin it. So anyway, I was kind of hoping I might be able to sweep this gentle giant off his feet once I got to the camp scene, but he dodged me. There was some really good flirty dialogue, though, that tells me it's just a matter of time until he's mine. I've noticed some gating with some of the characters, and I'm betting Halsin is going to be one of those. Anyway, let's take a look at his dialogue for the scene.
Go on now. Don't waste a night like this talking to me. We'll discuss your problem tomorrow.
So first things first, I'm thinking, maybe we can loosen Halsin up a little with a drink. Seems like as good a choice as any when you're looking for love, right?
In truth, I rarely imbibe. The stuff goes right to my head. Before you know it, I'd be breaking into song or declaring love to the first person I laid eyes on.
And it was a good choice, because now we've learned that Halsin is a lightweight. Taking notes right now. Halsin is a lightweight. Okay. I love how he's talking about how he'd declare his love to the first person he laid eyes on. I mean, that was kind of what I was hoping for. Note self. Make sure you're the first one Halsin sees when he gets drunk. Okay, so Tav and I are on point here. What's the problem with that, Halsin? It sounds like fun, doesn't it? He doesn't agree with me, though, and he says this.
Then you have never heard me singing, which makes you very fortunate.
So he's just concerned that he's a bad singer, and then we get the option to say this. Oh yes, Lyrian knew we'd all be dying to get with Halsin. Perhaps there's something else you'd rather do then, like honks. That honks thing is really growing on me. So what does he say?
I'm sure there are. You strike me as extremely resourceful.
That's right, Halsin. I am extremely resourceful, and I will use those resources to get what I want. I mean to do research for my druid.
But there are many grateful people here who want to spend time with you. I must not keep you all to myself, as enjoyable as that may be.
Sadly, though, for tonight, he turns back to the other grateful people who want to spend time with me. And meanwhile, Astarion is standing behind me like, what the hell, darling? But what really takes the cake with this whole dialogue between me and Halsin has got to be this next bit. Here we go.
Go on, enjoy yourself. Seek out some wine before it runs dry. There are a lot of thirsty people around here.
Sure, Halsin. They're all thirsty for the wine, and not you.
Thirsty, thirsty, thirsty.
I love that they threw in the innuendo of there being a lot of thirsty people around here. I actually laughed out loudly to the empty room when I heard that. Because, as many of you probably already know, Halsin used to be an NPC that everyone liked so much that they actually turned him into a romance option. And of course that was because everyone was so dang thirsty.
Thirsty.
Good times. And as you know I am normally ought to do, I wanted to check some of the alternative dialogue, perhaps by telling him that I'd like to get to know him some more now and not later.
We'll discuss your problem. We'll have time to spare for that, I sense. I'm surprised you haven't had your fill of me already.
Man, the innuendo is killing me here. I don't know if this was an innocent mistake or intentional, but wow. You know I can only focus on the whole having your fill of me line. Taken in a completely inappropriate context, that is. You know, honks, darling. Note to self. Halsin might like jelly-filled donuts. Okay. So now I'm like, no, Halsin, I want to really get to know you. Know you.
Ah, I see. Perhaps I can help you with that. Another time.
Oh, but he's not having any of that, even though he seems to understand exactly what I mean. He does offer to help me with it another time, though, which is, well, a good thing, right? I don't understand why that other time can't be tonight. No better time like the present, if I do say so myself. And now I sound like Gale. I've been hanging around these pixel men for too long, guys. So, one thing that bummed me out a little bit was that I was hoping to take Halsin along with me as a companion as soon as the camp celebration was over, since I could really use a druid, and it felt more natural to take Halsin than to turn someone else into a druid, and nobody really has the druid vibe anyway. But he's not available as of yet. I looked into it just a smidge, and I guess there's a quest you have to complete for him, but who knows how far that is. I was really trying to be careful and not ruin anything and just get like the basic info. But I'll be sure to update you guys with a part 2 to the Halsin romance when I get there, even though it might end up being with my druid game instead. I guess we'll see, because if I can get it on my main game, I will, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to because I kind of already have my hands full. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing, as there is going to be a huge slew of new BG3 content coming out over the next few months, possibly years. I mean, there's a lot. Thanks to my Patreons for the support, and if you'd like to help support the channel too and get access to the private Discord and a whole other chunk of content on Patreon, then head over and make a pledge. I'll see you guys later.